name is Edwina. I live in Singapore. I have 4 children, 1 husband, and I started ASEA as a product user in 2017, about 4 months before the company was official in Singapore. And I needed it for a health reason. So I didn't expect to do the business at that point in time. But what happens after 6 years is today I'm a triple diamond. I have customers in about 20 countries in almost every continent. I'm very happy that in these 6 years, my income caught up. I'm paid almost as well as my husband. And being a full-time housewife, a full-time mommy for about 11, 12 years, to be able to catch up that lost time in terms of income, in terms of dignity, in that 6 years is an amazing achievement. It's an amazing feat. And I'm very grateful to ASEA for that. So today I'm going to unpack why you should consider ASEA. And it's not just for moms. It's for anybody who is looking for something flexible, something part-time, maybe purposeful for wherever you are. And it could be an alternative to you compared to employment. So when I first started 6 years ago as a product user, this is how old my children are: 5, 7, 9, and 11. I quit my corporate job when my first child was born, and I have 1 every 2 years. And so I've been a very, very busy mother full-time. And the reason I wanted to do that is because I don't think I can give my best to my children while trying to meet the demands of my bosses and my work. So that was a deliberate decision. And during that 11 years of being home, do I always wonder if I want to go back to work? Yes, because I honestly love working more than being at home, to be honest. But I'm home for a mission, right? Then I will wonder, what happens when my children grow up and no longer need me? Then what's left for me to do? Honestly, employment doesn't wait for someone like me. If you tell your employer, oh, I'm 12 to 15 years not working, no matter how intelligent I think I am, they don't think that I'm probably as in touch. Yeah, so options are very limited. And also I spent that 12 years wondering and praying, and God will always say, don't worry, it will always work out, right? So here I am 6 years later. My kids are like, what, 10, 13, 15, 17, and yes, they don't need me a lot. In fact, what they do is, hi, mom, how's business? I need money. I'm going out with my friends. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And in that 6 years, I was very grateful because I could be with them whenever they need me. And I could still do things that I enjoy in my part-time. And I could manage to build an income and build a business that gives them the security, the freedom to spend a little bit more if they wish, and to be happy. I'm glad to be able to give that level of financial support to the children as they grow up, because they spend a lot more as they age, truly. And the baby is not mine, it's my nephew. Yeah. So this business has been a great blessing to my family. So I talk about, I had spent many years wondering, how can I be useful to society, my future, but I don't neglect my family. I don't want to spend hours at the office and yet not be able to help my family. But being a full-time homemaker also means that I'm very stressed with money. I'm very stressed with, as the kids grow up, if they need an extra tuition class, if they need an extra something, will we be able to provide for that? And I have 4, and I need to be fair. So I really wanted to do something where I do not affect my family. I gave up my entire career and my life for the sake of my children. Why do I want to give up my children for the sake of a part-time income? It doesn't make sense. So I want to do something in the pockets of time that I have while they're in school, or during holidays when they are pretty happy watching TV. I wanted something where it's flexible. So if something happens to my parents, my in-laws, or my children, and my husband travels almost every week for work overseas, everything, the old and the young, falls on me. I had to handle everything. So is there a flexibility when I need to put everything aside just to manage home? I could do that without having to face, oh, can I take leave? Will my boss allow me to go? Will they cut my pay? Will my co-workers be unhappy with me? I don't want to have to report to someone if I need to go. And honestly, am I happy doing what I'm doing? Do I feel satisfied? It's not hard to earn some money, being a part-time cashier at a grocery store, working part-time in a restaurant, maybe being a receptionist somewhere. It's not hard to earn some small money if I want to. But is that really what satisfies me? And growth. I may be a mom and my kids may be in the teens, but I'm still not very old as out of my entire lifespan. I may be seen as retirement possible age, retrenchment possible age. But honestly, there's still so much potential for growth. And most of us experience glass ceiling, whether it's because of gender, education, qualifications, or because of our age. There's a glass ceiling. People say you can't be this, you can't do this because of this. But it's not true reflection of our ability. Is there some place that I can grow and I don't have to face a glass ceiling? And lastly, I know as my children grows, they will not need me as much. I will have more and more free time. And what am I going to do then? I want to be able to scale what I'm doing now. While it's being flexible, I want to scale as my time allowance frees up. So what have I found? I found a seer. And I found a seer 6 years ago purely because I needed it for a health need for my children and my parents. And that was a very, very stressful time, both in terms of caregiving and in terms of the amount of money I have to spend to support their health or the health issues. When a seer came along, we were using quite a fair bit. But as their health improved, we can cut back to maintenance dose. And I can cut back on medical, on supplements, on a lot of stuff. So actually, we were in a better place after that. So a seer has come along and solved my family problems and stress. And I was very happy because it's a proven science. I bought it 4 months before it was officially in Asia. And honestly, at that point in time, I have not met a single human being that drinks the liquid. I have not. I bought it purely on a literature review. So when someone tells me, oh, it's just salt water and snake oil, Google says so, I say, you're not reading the right places. Because if you are, you will be convinced of what it is, because there's enough to convince you. There's enough to prove it. I'm a walking testimony of it. There's a proven science. And I'm very happy to know that the company has tremendous integrity. If you want to know this, walk into a global convention and you should be able to find what you're looking for. And lastly, when people saw that my children, my parents have results, they came to ask me. They came to ask me, hey, Arina, what is your daughter using? And what is your parents using? We saw changes and we are very curious. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll send you information if you like. But if you send to someone else, will you please make sure that I'm in the loop so that I could answer their questions for you? Otherwise, they'll end up in Google and then they're finding all kinds of funny stuff. And I just did that on a very passive basis. And in 1 year, in the first year, I saw 150 people tell me the product works. And of course, by then, that amount of commission covers my product need more than above. And I told my upline then, I really am not in the business, so please don't give me pressure. And I'm not going to respond well to pressure. I do what I want. I do whenever I like. I'm sorry, I'm not very compliant, but that's the person I am. He respected me and he gave me the amount of space, which I'm forever grateful. So honestly, this is where my starting point was. I just started as a product user. Passively, I helped people with the product because I could kind of like point people to information, explained it. And progressively, the money was consistent. The product was consistently helping people. And I say, hey, if I want to do a business of any sort, this is ticking all the right boxes. And interestingly, if you market a health product, the benefit is you will be a product of the product. You will look better, you will be healthier, and you have a chance to grow into the person that you desire to be. Because this is a business that pays you based on who you are and the value that you're able to give others. So the way to grow your business is to grow yourself. So why this business? I started this business because it doesn't need capital. I mean, I'm not earning an income. I spend 80% of what my husband put in the bank every month because that's my job. I pay the bills. So I'm not going to get a capital to pay for my business, right? And I wanted something with very low commitment. I try and see first. If it works, maybe. If it doesn't work, if I don't like it, then maybe I can drop it, right? And I can decide when I want to do it, how I like to do it. And if I really can't because everything at home is screaming, then I have flexibility that not now, not today, not this month. In fact, when I first started my Asia business, I was doing it 3 months a year. It's just during school holidays because that's when I don't have to run the routine. My kids are pretty happy meeting friends or watching the TV. I just need to order pizza and basically I can get out and get my stuff done. So I just meet friends for coffee, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And I enjoy myself with my friends and I share when I can share. That was basically how I started. It was good enough. I'm not ambitious. And there's a low risk. If one day I want to get out of the business, if one day I want to stop using the product, am I allowed to? Can I leave easily? I look at that and find that, hey, a seer has a very easy exit strategy. And more importantly, if I like this business, if I build it, if I grow it, what is the growth potential? Is there a limit? Am I kept in any way? So while I want to play safe, I also want to know what are my odds if I want to go big, right? So basically, I tick the boxes for all this. So let's talk about the product. The product is a very unique product. It's able to do something that nothing else in the market can do. It has a unique contribution to people. It is also a product that every household can purchase, and every household will be able to use it for everybody, from the baby to the children, to the adults, to the elderly, and to the house pet. Basically, it's one product for everybody, for every need. It's a proven science. And now, 6 years now, external validation is catching up. Universities are now recognizing what redox is. There's research. There's 40,000 PubMed articles now, compared to 17,000. Just in the last 5 years alone, the amount of scientific validation for redox have more than tripled. In fact, if you have a friend or somebody that you know who's studying biology at tertiary level, polytechnic, university level, ask them, have you heard of redox signaling molecules? They will tell you it's in my textbook. It's essential for every cell to be healthy and functioning. Without redox, every cell will die. Take it off a textbook. It's a proven science. We are not on trial. And this product has been sold 13 years in 33 countries worldwide. It's the largest human trial, isn't it? And it's 100% safe. So what is redox signaling? Essentially, it's a cellular communication within a living organism. It's essential for every biochemical and physiological process in your cells. Basically, it helps your cells to do what it's born to do. Because as we age, we make less, and therefore our system slows down, gets inflamed, deteriorate, gets stiff, and we have all kinds of imbalances. But if your cells have what it needs to do what it's supposed to do naturally, natively, then the results are pretty outstanding. And if you'd like more information, you can go to our corporate website or go to our scientific website, and you'll be able to get the information that you need. So why ASEA as a business? The word for the business will be potential, market potential. So who is able to use this product? What are the applications? Whether you have a health concern, big or small, whether you want to do preventive, you enjoy maintaining your health, you're enjoying having a level of vitality and wellness that defies your age, you are a leisure athlete, professional athlete, whether you're just interested in looking good. You know, if every cell is young, you will look young. So we always say a side effect of this product is as you take it, you will look younger and younger. You will look better and better. You can't help it. It's part and parcel of cell rejuvenation. And the same products that you take for yourself, your beloved pet can do the same for the same reasons. So it is a product that serves many purposes. And in terms of growth, it is very early in the product life cycle. And it's a disruptive tech. It changes the market. It has no competition. So people who does marketing understands every product goes through something called introduction. And then they have this phase where it's like, okay, let me give you an example. Many years ago, when Apple first launched the iPhone, the first iPhone, many people were not sure if it's going to work, will it last, you know, and it was very, very expensive. So people who are really interested in technology and innovation will go and buy it, right? And then as they use it for about a while, they find that, hey, there's good reviews, there is good feedback. Then certain people say, I want them too. So the early adopters will now come in and go get it. And then as it takes a bit longer, they find that it becomes so sustained that more and more people wants to buy it. You know, then we start to have new models, new companies coming in, new offerings, and then it becomes mass market, where it becomes a commodity. Today's smartphone is a commodity. It doesn't really matter what brand you buy. It doesn't really matter what model you buy. There's a certain level of standards. You know, it's something that everyone accepts. ASEA right now is in the pre-mass market stage. We are established 13 years, no problem, stable technology, stable product sales. What we lack now is to go mass market. We're at the brink of it. So when you go mass market, it means if you walked out, everybody knows about it. You will meet 3 or 4 other people who try to sell you the product. That's mass market. And then It will run for many years or many decades until a new technology comes in and overtake it, and then it goes into a decline. This is called a product life cycle. When you market a product, you don't want to market something on the decline because it's on the way out. You don't want to go something mass market where everybody knows about it because there's no competitive space for you as a distributor. You want to do something either very early, which means you have to pioneer it for like 10 years, or you come in pre-mass market where the pioneers have paid 13 years of effort to build the foundation, and you are now coming in to prepare for the massive growth. ASEA is pre-mass market. The timing is now. It is today 187 million sales revenue company. It's not a small company. It's poised for growth. So core tech. This core tech, even for the last 10 years, the company has only sold one product, which is redox signaling molecules in a blue bottle. And that is what driving that 180 million sales. Today, ASEA registers about 85% sales in just the blue bottle alone, 15% on Renew 28, which is the topical version of it. You know, so people wonder, how long can one product last? And this is the numbers for the last 13 years, 33 global markets, every continent, 28 million bottles sold, 750,000 lives impacted, one product, one blue bottle, ASEA redox. If it's able to achieve these statistics, it has to be a product that's at least serving people's needs, right? Otherwise, why would 750,000 people buy the product? And today, ASEA has launched at least 3 sets of new products in just the last 2-3 years alone. And each of these products have not even gained traction in the market, which means there's so much potential. And they're all driven by the same technology that we uniquely have, which is redox. So today is not a product presentation. I won't go in depth on it. I'm just going to tell you the potential of this business is huge. If you are someone say, I don't quite understand what is cell signaling, but I love beauty, then run with Renew Advance. It's a fantastic set of product. It's a product that you will see changes on your faces with one box. It's a product that if you let people try it for one time, they will tell you, I like it. The price point is not expensive. Cell performance is something that if you give them at the right time, a person can have immediate response to the product. And it's convenient, it's sexy, it's a very well-developed product. ASEA makes very good products. So the last criteria for myself, you know, this is a business that takes a lot of effort to build. If you're going to come in, sell several bottles, have 20 customers, it's great. You will have products for free to use. You know, it's great. Whatever company you do, it will still be giving you the same return. But if you're looking at building a business where you want it to pay for the next 50 years, that's my goal. I want a business that pays me for the next 50 years because I'm only in my 40s. It must pay for my lifetime. And if I'm running it well, it will be sustainable to give to my children as an inheritance. They can inherit the business. Or I could sell it as a going concern and get the money, capitalize it, and give it to my children as an inheritance. So therefore, no matter how good the product is, if the people running the company can't do a good job, it's not going to work. We have seen many people who built big businesses over 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and overnight the company collapsed for whatever reason. And then that's the end of it. You're not insured against it, right? So trusting the people to do a good job is absolutely important, but making sure that they can do a good job is even more important. So if you go to corporate website and you go look up the people and the credentials of your corporate leaders, and you can see for yourself who is running the company. It'll be an interesting research to do. And they can go and compare other companies and who is running the company. I mean, if I'm going to do it as a business, I'll be comparing, right, between different companies, different products, different product types. And I'll be using this 5 requirements to ask myself, is this business sustainable? Will I have another company coming up, producing something similar and getting in my way? All right. One powerful reason for ASEA is we have no competition for the last 13 years. And the company don't envisage that there can be another company strong enough to fight us at this point in time. So I have a 3-minute video that I'm going to play now that I edited out of 2018 Global Convention, where Tyler Norton, our founding leader, is going to share his vision for the company and what they have put in place. And there are at least about 12 commitments I only took out 3. And if you look at the 12, a lot of them are already in place since 2018. The company does what they say, and they are consistent in their plans. They don't make knee-jerk plans. They make a long-term plan, and they fulfill it progressively over the years, right from the first year. So let me play that video for you.
As the single most trusted place for new and experienced field leaders to build a network market. Too many wounded people, I've met some today, who have been hurt by companies who pivot. You need to know that the chalk lines on this field will not change. You need to know that the goalpost is not going to move. You have to be confident to lean into building. You have to have faith in us, and we have to demonstrate that faith is not misplaced. SIA will continue to be run as a legacy business. My job is to protect, to preserve, and provide stable legacy to who I believe are field partners, you. You have to know that we will run this with a long view in mind. We will take a long view. I want your kids to be getting checks. I want your grandkids to be getting checks. And let me tell you, Justin Wilson's mother still receives checks long after the passing of her husband that blessed their family. That's legacy income. And that's my job. And our job at the company is to see to it we run this with legacy in mind. We will lead, we will own, and we will dominate the Redox life sciences space in health and wellness. That is the vision of ASEA and where we're going. In addition, and to that end, we will establish a Redox Life Sciences Research and Development Lab. We will populate that lab with the best scientists in the world in redox, and we will develop new technologies and redox products exclusive to ASEA. There will be research, there will be scientists, and we will develop IP and technologies exclusive to us that no one can touch. And that is coming from my mouth. We'll aggressively invest in ongoing publishable science and research that validates and affirms our redox-based technologies and promotes universal acceptance of our products. We simply cannot continue to cross our fingers on just the life-changing stories alone. We know it. We know it's missing. It's a key on the piano, and we're going to go out and work our tails off to make sure you have something you can point to. When anybody tries to put you or us on trial, you're going to make them quiet by putting it across the table. That's the hot part. We want to dominate the fast lane of redox. And we want those lanes just on either side of it, of health and nutrition and cellular health, to continue to be fleshed out so that you have a complementary story on complete and total cellular health as you build out your business. We're committed to that, and we will continue to expand into additional new markets. This is super important to me. We will continue to establish our ethos and culture as the absolute industry leader. We will have an unwavering commitment to our mission of bettering people's lives and being a force for good in the world. And we will absolutely continue to teach. We will always prioritize teaching that why and promoting our cultural values. I am absolutely convinced in the world we live in, we're not doing enough of this in corporations, in schools, and all across the institution. We need to rehumanize each other. We need to be careful with the way we treat each other. We need to be kind to other people and compassionate. We need to let that culture become its own product.
That year I was there in person. When I heard that commitment from ASEA, my heart went all out. It went all out. I mean, I saw what I needed to see to believe that that's true. But that year I went all out. I know since 2018, we have ASEA Research Life Science Lab. We have cell performance. We have new Renew Advanced Skincare. We have Redox Clay Mask. We have been seeing new products coming out, rolling off the oven. And those took years of R&D. So ASEA delivers what they promise and what they will do, and we will deliver ours. At the heart of this business is people. I started as a woman who has been stuck at home for 12 years, truly stuck at home. But in a span of 5-6 years, I have friends, I have customers worldwide, 20 countries. I visited Italy and Germany in May this year. I started to have very amazing people in Indonesia. This is Malaysia. Wherever we go, we do the same. We meet people in their space of need. We help them with the products for their discomfort. They walk in as strangers, they walk out as friends. We eat, we meet, we learn, we grow, and we cry together. It's a business where you will gain many friends. You will hear many people's stories, and you'll be very privileged to be part of their journey. You will build teams in different countries. You will raise people to a place where they can believe in themselves, that they will find joy, to give them what they want, and they can become who they want to be. Whatever their age, wherever they are, whatever opportunity that they have or may not have, you'll be able to give them something that they may want. And you have new experiences. I never thought one day I'll be forced to wear a gown for a gala, or be put on the spot by the MC for 800 people in the event, or to be a corporate speaker worldwide, or to travel with friends on a company paid trip, having friends of different culture, different countries, different languages. What job can give me this kind of experiences? Not many people can have that, but this type of business is available to anyone and everyone, no matter where you are, no matter what you have or have not. You just need to be willing, and you can come and belong, come and learn, come and become. And lastly, support. I'm very privileged. My upline is 10 genealogical levels above me, which means between me and him, we have 10 levels of people who are really not active. He chose to give me support. When during a company trip, I have an accident, and these are the Norton brothers. These are brothers of Tyler, whom we met in the video. They are the founding family. They came as personal friends to just see how I was. I met them 2 days before the accident in the trip. By the swimming pool, we were talking. And they heard about it. They came by before they catch their flight. And I was very grateful. This is the ethos of a seer. It's not about the money. It's not about the business. It's about the people. It's about being real. And where do you find a business where you have free tutelage from a couple who earns 7 digits a year? Right? I'm an Asian little girl, right? It's because of this type of business and this company's culture that, hey, it doesn't matter what level, what rank, everybody is worthy. And I like the culture. The guy in green with green lanyard, he's our president. He's the highest executive rank holder in the company at the corporate side. We called for a meeting, and we are able to just meet him and tell him what we think about what should be done and what should not be done. And we are very privileged that ASEA is very transparent and it is very open, and that we are going to build this together. And lastly, I must thank my spouse. In any business, the family has to support you. It is a family business. If your spouse and children are not supportive, it's going to be very difficult. It is a business together. And lastly, these are the 3 people I want to thank. These are my American family. I started this product and this business alone, very much alone. And at that time, I would sit in the American call and I'll just listen to all the people sharing. And I'm the only Asian girl there, only in Singapore there. And that year when I took my Diamond Award, I think hardly anybody on my team went because it's so far and it was COVID. And when I came down the stage, I saw this bunch of beautiful ladies waiting for me, screaming and screaming. And I was in tears. We built this together in the last 5 years. And I'm very grateful for their friendship. I'm very grateful that I can be real and I can have their help. And Singapore is such a close family. In ASEA, there's no politics. Everyone works together, no matter what teams we are in. And we know that together we can help this company do better. I need one photo with our corporate manager, which I don't have. But without front support, without Andrew, without corporate support, we can't do what we do. It is an endeavor together. And lastly, I must thank Laura and Ewan. The 2 friends who trusted me, we started out together from nothing. They were all mummies, full-time mummies as well. We started out together. Today, we are all diamonds. And we are all grateful. Grateful for what ASEA has given us in many, many ways. And we hope that we can help many people find that success in their own life. Thank you.